Good evening, guys.
In progress.
All are getting my screen and voice. Please confirm.
Yes, sir. Audible and visible, sir.
Thank you. Right. So, in last session, what we discussed, guys. Today is the third day. At day one, we discussed about the course content. Day two, just we discussed about what is DevOps and why DevOps is required. Today is the day three, guys. Right, just let me give the overview what we discussed in the last session, guys. Okay. So, what is DevOps and why DevOps? And why DevOps, guys? What is DevOps and why DevOps, guys? What is DevOps and why DevOps? Right, guys. In yesterday's session, we discussed DevOps is a culture. DevOps is a culture. Right? DevOps is a process. It is a process, guys. DevOps is a process. DevOps is a set of practices. DevOps is a set of practices. See, guys, what is DevOps, guys? Just it is a culture, it is a process, or it is a set of practices. Right? With this DevOps culture, we can deliver the project as quickly as possible. With this DevOps culture, we can deliver the project as quickly as possible. As quickly as possible, we can deliver the project with this DevOps culture, guys. Right? With the help of DevOps culture, with the help of DevOps culture, right? Development team, and operations team, both will work collaboratively. See, guys, with the help of DevOps culture, development team and operations team both will work collaboratively. Right? In the project development and delivery process, we can see three types of teams, guys. Yesterday we discussed all these points. In the project development and delivery process, we can see the below three types of teams, guys. See, guys, in the project development and delivery process, we can see the below three types of teams, guys. What teams we can see? One is the development team. Second one is the operations team. Third one is the testing team, guys. So these are the three teams we have, guys. Guys, please read these statements once. Yesterday we discussed all these things. What is DevOps? DevOps is a culture. DevOps is a process, or it is a set of practices. Right? With the DevOps culture, we can deliver the project as quickly as possible. With the help of DevOps culture, development team and operations team both will work collaboratively. Right? In the project development and delivery process, we can see these three types of teams, guys. Okay, now tell me, what is the roles and responsibilities of the development team? What is the roles of the development team, guys? See, guys, development team roles, guys. What is the roles, guys? See guys, development team roles. First guys, they need to understand the requirements guys. First, before going to start the development, they need to understand the requirement. If they don't have the understanding on that requirement, what will happen? Right, bugs will come, more bugs will come guys. That's why before going to start the development, they need to read that right documents properly guys. What requirement documents we have, they need to go through that requirement documents properly. Once they got the complete clarity on the requirement, then only they need to start the development. Without having the clarity on the requirements, if they start the development, what will happen? Unnecessarily defects will raise guys. More number of defects will raise. Right, when a developer become a good developer guys, whenever he reduce the defect count, then only the developer becomes as the good developer guys. Okay, so that's why, right, what he need to do? First he need to understand the requirements properly guys. Right, as a development team, right, they need to understand the requirements guys. They need to understand the requirements. That is the first point. Next guys, right, they need to analyze the requirements guys. Right, they need to analyze the requirements. First they need to understand, then they need to analyze the requirement. Later, right, design the requirements. Then only they will start the development guys. Before going to start the development, see guys, they need to understand the requirements, and they need to analyze the requirement, and they need to design the requirements guys. Then they can start the development. Then they will move to the development or coding, anything you can call development or coding guys. Right guys, after development is completed, what they need to do? They need to write the test cases also to test the functionality guys. Whether that functionality is working properly or not, how developers can test? Right, by writing the test cases, developers can test whether that functionality is working as per client requirement or not. Now here, writing the test cases. Suppose if you go to Java project, Java people will write the JUnit test cases. If you go to Python projects, Python people will write the PyTest cases guys. Like that, right, every developer should write the test cases to test the functionality, whether it is working as per client requirement or not. Testers will test the application through UI, but here developers also need to test the functionality by writing the test cases guys. Okay, once you have completed the test cases and everything, then only you can say development is completed. Some people will tell, without writing any test cases, they will tell development is completed. No guys, no. When we can say development is completed, right, once, right, coding should be completed, writing test cases should be completed, all test cases should be passed, and code coverage should be more than 80%, then only we can say development is completed guys. Guys, please read the statements once. What is the development team roles? All these are the development team roles only. First, they need to understand the requirements. Without having knowledge on the requirement, if you start the development directly, what will happen? Defects will raise guys. Suppose if you want to start any business guys, if you have an idea to start the business, before going to start the business, you will get some, right, idea on that business or not. Without having any idea on that business, directly if you start the business, what will happen? The business will get collapsed. Same here also, right? First you should get the complete clarity on the requirement. Then only you can able to analyze, okay, this is the requirement. For this, what we need to do? So that analysis you should do. Then you need to design guys. You need to design the requirements. As per the requirements, you need to prepare the design side guys. After that, right, it will come to the development. Here you will do the development. Right, once the development is completed, you need to write the test cases. Writing the test cases is developer's responsibility only. It is not tester's responsibility. Right, writing test cases is developer's responsibility only guys. Have you look into this? These are the development team roles guys. Okay, once the development is completed, next, as a testing team, what they will do guys? What is the testing team roles? Testing team roles, guys. Testing team roles. What they will do? Guys, observe carefully. What testing team will do, guys? Right? If they want to test the application, whether it is working as per client requirement or not, first what testing team needs to do? They need to prepare the test scenarios. First, they need to prepare the test scenarios, guys. Prepare the test scenarios. Later, they need to write the test cases, guys. They need to prepare the test cases. They need to prepare the test cases and they need to execute the test cases, guys. They need to test the application. They need to test the application. They need to test the application, right, by using test cases, guys. This is the testing team responsibilities, guys. Guys, tell me, right, under each scenario, for each scenario, we need to write the multiple test cases, guys. For each scenario, we need to write the multiple test cases. See, guys, here I have one scenario that is a login page scenario. I need to test the login page. That is one scenario, guys. In that login page scenario, we can write the multiple test cases. What test cases? We need to check all fonts are there, all fonts are properly is there or not. Right? We need to check the validations. Right? We need to check whether submit button is working or not. So like that, they can write the multiple test cases under each scenario. For each scenario, right, they will write the multiple test cases. They need to test all these test cases in the application, guys. They need to test the application by using the test cases only. Guys, test scenarios are different, test cases are different. Under each test scenario, they will write the multiple test cases. Login page is one testing scenario. Right, registration page is one testing scenario. Right, home page is one testing scenario. One scenario, guys, like that. Multiple scenarios are there. Right, under each scenario, again we need to write the multiple test cases. Right, testing the application is nothing but what? Right, these by using these test cases only, they will test the application. Right, directly no one will go and test the application. Right, see, developers are, see guys, they will provide the requirement documents to development team and testing team both simultaneously. They will provide the requirement documents to both team, guys, development team and testing team. Right. So what testing team will do? They also need to understand that requirements properly. Right. Once they understood properly, they need to prepare the test scenarios and test cases. Right. Once development is completed, as per their test cases, that application is working or not, they will test, guys. Okay. Right. If they want to prepare the test cases, test scenarios, they also need to understand the requirement properly. Then only they can able to test the application. Okay. Is it clear, guys? What is the roles of development team and the testing team? Right, guys. Next we have operations team, guys. Operations team. Right. What operations team will do? What operations team will do, guys? See, guys. Right. We have operations team roles, guys. What this operations team will do? Observe carefully, guys. See here, operations team, yesterday we discussed what is the roles and responsibilities of the operations team. We discussed yesterday only, right? See, first what they will do, they need to set up the infrastructure. Next, guys, here setting up the infrastructure means what, guys? Set up the infrastructure means what? They need to, right, set up the machines and servers and databases right, and network, all these things they need to set up, guys, right, by using Terraform. They will set up the infrastructure, guys. Okay. Next, guys, install the required packages. Install the required packages. Install the required packages or softwares. Anything you can call. Packages or softwares, both are same. Next, guys, source code repository creation. Guys, developers will upload the code into the source code repository. Right? Who will create that source code repository? DevOps operations team only will create that source code repository and they will give that source code repository to the development team. Hey developers, once your development is completed, see, upload your code into the source code repository. Right? We need to create and we need to give that source code repository to the development team. Right here, right, source code repository creation, source code repository creation, source code repository creation. Right here, source code repository means what tools we can use. Earlier people used it to work with SVN, right? But nowadays that SVN is outdated, guys. Nowadays no one using this SVN. Everyone is using this GitHub, right, or Bitbucket. These things only people are using nowadays, guys. See, guys, what is the roles of the operations team? First, they need to set up the infrastructure, install the required packages, and create the source code repository. Right? Once it is done, next what they need to do, guys? They need to build the source code. They need to build the source code, guys. Build the source code. Build the source code, guys. To build this source code, what we are going to use? We can use Maven or Gradle. We can use Maven or Gradle. Anything you can use as the build tool, guys. We can use Maven or Gradle as the build tool. Earlier people used it to work with Ant, Enant, these things, but those are outdated. No one using those Ant and Enant. Everyone is using either Maven or Gradle, guys. Okay. So now here, right, build the source code means what we will do. Building the source code means what we will do, guys. Observe here, guys. First, what we need to do, clone the code from the GitHub repository. Clone the code from the GitHub repository, GitHub repo. Clone the code from the GitHub repo. Next, compile the code. Next here, after compilation, create the jar file or var file. Creating jar file or var file. Right, this jar file or var file we will call it as the artifact, guys. Next here, right, execute the unit test cases. Unit test cases. All these things will come under this build the source code only. See, guys, clone the code from the GitHub repository. Next, compile the code. Compilation means what? Converting from high level language to low level language is called as compilation. Converting the code from high level language to low level language is called as compilation. Okay, we need to compile the code, guys. In Java, to compile the code, what we will use? Compilers we have. Java compiler is there. By using that Java compiler, we can convert the code from high level language to low level language. That is called as compilation. Next, guys, we need to package the code as jar file or var file. When we will go for jar file, when we will go for var file, everything I will explain in our Maven sessions, guys. Okay, see here, we need to create the jar file or var file. So that is called as the artifact, guys. Okay, after that, right, we need to test the unit test cases. I told developers will write the JUnit test cases to test the application functionality. Okay, Python developers will write the PyTest cases to test the application functionality. Right here, who will execute those test cases? My build tool only will execute those test cases. Maven only will run those test cases also. This is the fourth step, guys. Build the source code is the fourth step. Building means all these things will happen at here. Okay, next, guys, code review. They need to perform the code review. Also, to perform the code review here, they are going to use the Sonar Cube. They are using to perform the code review. Code review means what? Whether developers are following the proper coding standards or not. Whether developers are written the test cases or not. So all those test cases are passed or not. Code coverage is greater than 80% or not. All those things Sonar Cube will verify. Right, guys, in detail we will discuss about the Sonar Cube. Right, inside the Sonar Cube, we have the quality profiles, quality gates, how to write the custom quality profiles, how to write the custom quality gates, right, everything we will discuss in detail in the Sonar Cube, guys. Don't worry. Okay, so after that, here whatever the artifact by Maven is created, that artifact we need to upload in the right artifact repository for future purpose. Upload the artifact right into right artifactory repository tool. Artifactory repository tool, guys. What artifactory repository tool we have? Artifactory repository. Keep it artifactory repository. What we have, guys? We have Nexus or JFrog. Nexus or JFrog, guys. Okay. Anything you can use based on your project requirement. You can use either Nexus or JFrog as the artifactory repository, guys. Next, what we need to do? Deploy the application into the server, guys. Deploy this jar file or var file, whatever is creating that jar file. Deploy the jar file or var file into the web server. Guys. Here web server means you can take Tomcat or anything, guys. Tomcat, right, or anything you can take as the web server, guys. See, guys, this is the operations team roles, guys. Have a look into this. Yesterday we discussed all these things, guys. Once again, I'm explaining all these things. I'm giving overview again. Please go through this. Right, guys, just read it once again. Everyone should read, guys. In the classroom itself, you guys need to get everything. Please read it once again. What is a DevOps? What is DevOps? With the DevOps culture, what we can do, right? So in the project development and delivery process, how many teams are involving, right? What is the roles of the development team? What is the roles of the testing team? What is the roles of the operations team? Please read it once. Clear, guys? Please respond in the chat box. Up to here, clear? What about others? What artifact? Sumana, what is your question? We will discuss. Here just I am giving high level, right? So in Maven I will explain everything. What is artifact? Right? When we will go for jar, right? When we will go for var, right? When jar file will be created, when var file will be created, right? Everything I will explain. How to take the artifacts, everything I will explain there. Just remember here, Maven will create the artifact. Right? This jar file or var file, we will call it as the artifact. Maven will create this jar file. Maven will create this var file. So these jar file and var files, we will call it as the artifacts. Right? I will explain in detail. I will explain. If I want to explain now, first I need to explain what is pom.xml. Inside the pom.xml file, how to take the dependencies, right? What is artifact ID, what is group ID, what is packaging, what is versioning, all those things I need to talk now. Okay, this is not right time, right? Once Maven is started, there I will explain in detail everything, what is artifact and all. Okay, fine guys, good. Right guys. Right. Guys, observe carefully. So next topic is, what is SDLC? What is SDLC? SDLC stands for Software Development Lifecycle. Software Development Lifecycle. SDLC stands for Software Development Lifecycle, guys. Okay, I think in our academics we have SDLC, Software Development Lifecycle. Okay, SDLC stands for Software Development Lifecycle, guys. Okay, what is this SDLC, guys? What is this SDLC? It is a methodology. SDLC is a methodology, guys. Right? This methodology will define the process to create the software project. If you want to create the software project, if you want to construct a building, if you want to do any activity, you should follow some process, guys. You should follow some process. See here, I want to construct the building. Right? If I want to construct the building, first what I need to do? I need to arrange some space, guys. Right? Land I need. Right? After that, I need to so what we call, guys, lot of things. We need to arrange the items, guys. Right? That bricks, sand, whatever we require. Right? We need to make it ready, everything. Then we need to start pillars, etc., etc. All those things one by one. I need to start do, guys. Right? That is one process. To construct the building, they have one process. We need to follow that process, guys. Same here also. If you want to develop any software project, we need to follow some process. That process will be defined by this SDLC, guys. Understood, guys? What is SDLC? SDLC is a methodology. It will define the process to create the software project. Okay, see guys, already I told, guys, if you guys want to attend for this DevOps and AWS sessions, as a prerequisite, first you need to know the basics of the Linux. Okay, so that's why in our sessions also, first I am going to start with Linux. After that, I will start with shell scripting. Then I will go with AWS cloud. Then I will come to DevOps. After that, I will go to real-time project. Right? Suppose if I am without discussing Linux, shell scripting, AWS cloud, DevOps tools, directly if I explain the real-time project, you guys can able to understand? You guys can able to understand, guys? Guys, please respond. Without discussing all these services and tools, directly if we jump into the real-time project, you guys can able to understand anything? There I will use Dockers, there I will use Kubernetes, there I will use Nexus, so many things I will use. Right? You guys will ask what is Docker again. You guys will ask what is Kubernetes, what is pod, what is services, like that multiple questions will come. You guys can't able to understand anything. Right? Instead of that, if you go with some process, first complete the Linux, then complete the shell scripting, then complete the AWS cloud, then complete the DevOps tool. Once all these things are completed, we will start the real-time project. If we go like that, can you guys able to understand real-time project or not? Tell me guys. Right, one by one if you go, right, finally if we discuss the real-time project, everyone can able to understand that real-time project. Right, here also, if you want to develop, if you want to create any software project, we need to follow some process. That process will be provided by this SDLC methodology only. Okay, see what is SDLC? SDLC is a methodology. It is a methodology. It is a methodology. It is a methodology. It will define the one minute guys, my space bar is not working. It will define the process to create software project guys. Right, it will define the process to create the software project. What is SDLC? Just it is a methodology. It will define the process to create the software project guys. Okay, right, here if you go with this SDLC methodology, what phases are available in this SDLC methodology? Guys, here we have multiple phases guys. Phases in SDLC methodology. SDLC methodology. What phases are available in this SDLC methodology guys? See guys, observe carefully. First guys, if you want to start the software project, first what you need to do guys? You need to get the requirement guys. You need to analyze the requirement guys. As a first step, you need to do the requirement analysis. Requirement analysis you need to do. Right, next guys, once requirement analysis is completed, you need to do the planning guys. Next you need to do the design guys. Next you need to do the development guys. Next you need to do the testing guys. Next you need to do the deployment, right? Deployment guys, deployment you need to do. And finally, you need to do the maintenance also. You need to take care of the maintenance also. See guys, these are the different phases we have in SDLC methodology. Guys, tell me. See guys, I want one building guys. 5 floors building is required guys. Right. So first I will approach to the builder guys. I will approach to the builder. So what that builder will do? First he will take the requirement from me. That builder will take the requirement from me. Right? I have this much of land. So in this land, I want 5 floors building. In each floor, I want 2 BHK flats and 2 1 BHK flats. So like this, I want total 5 floors. Right? So we need to tell our requirement to the builder. The builder will take our requirement and he will start the analysis. What analysis he will start? Okay, he has given this much of space. Right, in this space, he is asking 5 floors. In each floor, he is asking 2 BHK flats and 2 1 BHK flats. Right, is it possible or not? He need to analyze that, guys. He need to analyze. Analysis means he will do, guys. Here, permissions are there or not? In this space, 5 floors, right? We can construct or not? In each floor, 4 flats, right? We can construct or not? Everything they need to analyze first. After that, right, once analysis completed, as per that, they need to plan. Okay, 5 floors. Right, so how many days, right, we need to spend? Right, how much money we need to invest? Right, how much, right, labor is required for this? That complete planning they need to do. Right, after that, they will go for the design. Right, they will take one paper and they will draw the diagram, guys. Okay, here parking will come. Right, so and here right, first floor like this, right, lift here will come, right. So in first floor, right, 2 BHK flats, kitchen will come here, 2 bedrooms will come here, hall will come, right. So like that they will design everything, guys. They will design everything on the paper. Right, once a design is completed, what they need to do? The builder need to send this design to the client. Who is the client, guys? Right, that land owner, that building owner is the client. Right, that builder need to send this design to the client. He need to get the builder should get the approval from the client, guys. Right, builder is that client is happy or not. Once he confirmed, yes, I am okay for this design. right, go ahead. So like that, right, owner should tell, client should tell, then only they will start the development. Development is nothing but what? Construction. They will start the construction, guys. Once construction is completed, again they need to call that owner and they need to show everything. So like this, we have constructed everything, so he need to explain everything, guys. That is called testing, and we need to deliver that building to the client, guys. That is called deployment. Right, later, right, next 1 year or 2 years, they need to provide the maintenance also, free of maintenance, guys. If anything is damaged, right, they will come and they will do for free of cost, guys. That maintenance also they need to provide, guys. See, guys, same thing you can apply for any business, guys. Is it correct or not? What I explained, is it correct or not, guys? Same process will follow or not? If you want a building, same process will follow or not? Builder will design, guys. Builder will design the right everything, right, without showing the design to the client, without showing the design to the owner, he will start the construction. Builder will start the construction. Guys, respond, guys. You guys are following or not? How I can understand? Without showing this design to the client, they will start the construction. I don't know. You guys are following or not? I'm not getting single response also. Right, first they need to take the requirement from the client. How much space is there, how many floors he is expecting, in each floor how many flats he is expecting. That complete requirement builder should take from the client, and builder should analyze everything. Whatever client is expecting, is it feasible or not, that builder should analyze. After that, according that, he will prepare the plan, guys. He need to do the plan. Right, after that, design, he need to prepare the design, guys. Right, after that, he should show the design to the client. Once the client said, okay, yes, I'm fine with this design, you can go ahead. Once the client given the confirmation, then only they will start the construction. Once construction is completed, again they will call that client and he will show everything, guys, testing. After that, they will deliver the project, they will deliver the building to the client, guys. Later, they need to provide the support also for few months, few years, like that, guys. Same in our software project development also, all these things are involved. All these things are involved, guys. Now observe carefully. Now observe carefully, guys. See, guys, I want start one business, guys. I want start one business. For my business, I need one application, guys. For my business, I need one application. Okay, so I approach it to one company, guys. I approach it to one software company. Assume TCS. I approach it to the TCS company. I approach it to TCS company to develop my software, guys. At TCS company, I approached, guys. Now, what TCS company will do? First, they will take the requirement from me. First, they will collect the complete requirement from me, and they will analyze that requirement, guys. Right, so they will completely go through that requirement documents, what I'm expecting, right, what application I need, how many screens I want in that application, everything they will go through that, guys. They will analyze that, guys. Okay, after that, right, so once that analysis is completed, they will plan, guys. According that, as per that analysis and all, they will plan. Okay, this is the application they want, right? So how many developers we need to keep for this, how many testers we need to keep for this, and here they will, right, they will start, okay, which programming languages we need to use, which databases we need to use, what we need to use, everything they will plan. Everything they will plan, guys. After that, they will design, guys. They will design. Once the design is completed, right, they will explain the design to the clients. That we will call it as walkthroughs, design walkthroughs, guys. In our companies, design walkthroughs, your leads and everyone will be involved in the design walkthroughs with the clients, guys. Right, client won't accept in first time only. Client does not accept first time, guys. Right, again client will suggest some changes. Again we need to do those changes in the design. Again we need to go for the walkthrough. Again client will verify and the client will, right, suggest some more changes. Again we need to do. Finally, that design should get approved from the client, guys. Once client approved the design, then only it will go for the development. Once development is completed, then only right, it will go to the testing guys. Without development, anyone can test the application? Anyone can test the application without development? No. Without design, developers can start the development? No. Without planning, right, design, can you able to do the design? No. Right, without having the requirements, can you able to plan it? No. One by one, you need to follow the one by one. First requirement analysis, then planning, then design, then development, then testing, then deployment, then support, maintenance. So like this, one by one, you need to follow. Okay, so these are the different phases we have in the SDLC: requirement analysis, right, planning, design, development, testing, deployment, and maintenance. These are all the SDLC phases, guys. Okay, if you take any methodology in the SDLC, these are the phases we have, guys. In Google also you can search. And in Google also you can search what phases we have, guys. Here you can search phases in SDLC. SDLC, guys. We'll see what they will tell. In Google, what they have given, just have a look into this. See, guys, they will tell all these phases, guys. See, here they have given these phases. Right, just they will call it as different names, guys. See here, planning they are calling. After that, design they are calling, then they are calling coding, then they are calling testing, then they are calling release and deployment, next operations, monitoring, like that they will call different names, guys. Okay, see here, if you go to this diagram, here see, guys, first what they have, requirement analysis. See, requirement analysis. After requirement analysis, they are doing the design. After that, implementation, testing, evaluation, like that, right? We need to follow the proper order, guys. Let me go to this diagram. Here what they have given. See, guys, first analysis, design, development, testing, deployment, maintenance. See, guys, analysis, design, development, testing, deployment, and maintenance. These are the right, different phases we have in software development lifecycle. These are the different phases we have in software development lifecycle, guys. Here who will involve also they have given. In the analysis time, right, developers will not involve in the analysis phase and all, guys. Right, suppose development means freshers also is there. What freshers will analyze? What freshers will analyze, guys? No, project manager, business analyst, product owner, all those people will involved in the analysis phase, guys. Next, design phase, guys. Architects. We have the architect, right? So those architects will be involved in the design, guys. And sometimes your leads, your project leads, right, technical leads, architects, right, company to company, those names will get changed, guys. Company to company, those names will get changed. Those people will involve in the design phase, guys. Development team means here backend developers are there, front end developers are there, guys. Okay, next testing, guys. Here solution architect, QA engineers, testers, right? So all these people involved in the testing, guys. Deployment. See here DevOps, where DevOps is there. See, guys, in the DevOps, the deployment time, DevOps team is there. Data administrator, all these people involved in the deployment, guys. Maintenance, guys. Again, testers, support managers, users, all this team will provide the maintenance, guys. Like this, we have different phases in the software development life cycle. One by one, we need to follow. First analysis, then only it will go for the design, then only it will go for the development, then only it will go for the testing, then only it will go for the deployment, then only maintenance, guys. So like this, you should follow the order, guys. Is it clear what phases we have in SDLC? Respond, please respond. Is this clear what phases we have in the SDLC methodology? Right. Next, guys, here we have several methodologies are available in SDLC. We have several methodologies, guys. What methodologies are there in SDLC? In SDLC, right, we have right, several methodologies. We have several methodologies, guys. In SDLC, we have several methodologies are available. Several methodologies are available, guys. What methodologies are there? One is waterfall methodology. Waterfall methodology. One is waterfall methodology. Second one is V model. Like the several things are there, guys. V model is there, and we have spiral model is there. Spiral model is there, and we have agile model is there, and agile methodology is there, guys. Right? We no need to talk about all these things, guys. Just we need to focus agile methodology. This is the right very important, guys. Even for DevOps engineers, for development team, for anybody, right? This agile methodology is very important one, guys. Okay, right? First, I will talk about this waterfall methodology. This is the first process model, guys, came into the picture. Right? That's why first I will discuss waterfall methodology. What is this waterfall methodology? What disadvantages we have with this waterfall methodology? When this waterfall methodology is the best suitable, right? First I will discuss about this. After that, I will discuss about this agile methodology. Right? What is the differences between agile methodology and waterfall methodology? Right? In the agile, we have so many things. When you are working with agile methodology, we need to follow so many things. We have scrum meetings are there. What is scrum? Right? What is retrospective meetings? What is backlog grooming sessions? Right? What is sprint? Right? What is sprint planning? Right? Sprint planning meetings. Everything we need to discuss, guys. From my career beginning onwards till now, I am working with this agile only. I never worked with this waterfall methodology. Right? I never worked with almost 2 decades back. People used to work with this waterfall methodology. Nowadays, no one using this waterfall methodology. Right? From my career beginning, I have 12 years of experience. From past 12 years, I am working with this agile only. So I can able to explain in detail about the agile methodology, guys. Don't worry. Okay? Is it clear, guys? Is this clear? Right, guys, just have a look into this. What we discussed in today's session. I will stop for today, guys. I have meeting, guys, at 8:30. I need to join that call. Right, I have office call, guys, at 8:30. Right. See, guys, just have a look into this. What we discussed, guys. Right, already you guys know what is the DevOps. Right, DevOps is a culture. DevOps is a process. It is a set of practices. With this DevOps culture, we can deliver the project as quickly as possible. With the help of DevOps culture, development team and operations team both will work collaboratively. Right? In the project development and delivery process, we can see these 3 teams: development team, operations team, and the testing team. What is the roles of the development team? They need to understand the requirements. Right? They need to analyze the requirement. They need to design the requirements. They need to involve in the development and coding, writing the test cases. These are the development team roles, guys. What is the testing team roles? Preparing the test scenarios, right? Prepare the test cases. They need to test the application by using the test cases. What is the roles of the operations team? See, guys, this is our jobs. As a DevOps engineer, these are your roles, guys. Guys, just have a look into this. As a DevOps engineer, as a operations team member, what you need to do? First, we need to set up the infrastructure. Where you will set up the infrastructure? That is based on your project requirement. Right? If they want, you need to set up. If they want, they can go with in-house infrastructure setup. Right? Or else they can go with any cloud, guys. Based on the requirement, we need to work. Okay, see here, set up the infrastructure means missions, servers, databases, network, all these things you need to take care, guys. Okay, after that you need to install the required softwares and packages, guys. Next, source code repository creation. In the GitHub or in the Bitbucket, you need to create the repository and you need to give that repository to the development team, and developers will commit the code into the given repositories. Next, guys, build process, guys. Build process means what things will be involved: clone the code from the GitHub repository, compile the code, create the jar file or var file, execute the unit test cases. All these things will be involved in build process. Next, guys, code review. We will use SonarQube for the code review purpose, guys. Next, guys, upload the artifact. Here, who is creating the artifact? Maven will create the artifact. Whatever the artifact is created by the Maven, whether it is a jar or var, we need to upload that artifact in the artifactory repository for future purpose. Maybe in our company, other project team members, other project members can use our project, guys. If they want to use our project in their project, they need to take this artifactory only. Artifactory means it contains our complete code. right? Whatever the classes we are writing, whatever the interfaces we are writing, whatever the configurations we are writing, everything is packaged as a artifact. Everything is packaged as a jar or var. Right? If anybody wants to use our project in their projects, right, simply they can pull this artifact from the artifact repository and they can use it, guys. That's why we need to upload the artifact into the artifact repository. As a artifact repository tool, you can use either Nexus or JFrog. Next, we need to deploy the jar file into the web server. This is the last step, guys. So these are the operations team responsibilities. Okay. Finally, guys, here, right, what is SDLC, guys? Right, we discussed, guys, SD is nothing but what? Just it is a methodology. Right, this SDLC methodology only defining the process to create the software project. If you want to start any business, if you want to construct the building, right, if you want to do any activity, you should have the proper plan, guys. Proper process is required. As per that process only, you will start the business, you will start the construction, you will start the software project creation. Here, to create the software project, right, whatever the process we need to follow, that process will be given by this SDLC methodology only. In this SDLC methodology, several phases are available. What phases are there? Requirement analysis, planning, design, development, testing, deployment, and maintenance. These are the phases in the SDLC methodology. In SDLC, we have several methodologies are available. What methodologies are there? Waterfall methodology, V model, spiral model, Agile methodology. Like this, so many methodologies are available. But right from past, right, 10 to 15 years, people are following with this Agile only. This is most powerful methodology in the SDLC, guys. Okay. Tomorrow we will try to understand this waterfall methodology and Agile methodology, guys. Is it clear, guys? Everyone clear what we discussed in today's session? Guys, please respond. Good. Guys, right, 3 days demo sessions only, first 3 days, guys. Right, by today's session, all demo sessions are completed. Right, if you guys want attend, if you guys are okay with my sessions, right, so please enroll, guys. Right, from tomorrow onwards, maybe they will change the link, guys. Whoever enrolled, for those people only, right, will get the new link to join for the tomorrow session, guys. Okay, if you guys are interested, if you guys are like my teaching, please complete your enrollment process before coming to tomorrow session. Right, tomorrow they will change the link, right, they will send the new link, guys, only for who completed the enrollment process, guys. Okay, for enrolled people, from tomorrow onwards, I will share the class notes in the Telegram group. Right, they will upload the class recordings in the Google Drive, guys. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you. Good night. Tomorrow we will complete this Agile methodology, waterfall methodology. Right, in the Agile methodology, right, if you are working with Agile methodology, what terminology you need to use in the companies, everything we will discuss in the tomorrow session, guys. Okay, guys, here they have provided the contact number. Please contact with this number for enrollment, guys. Okay, thank you, guys. Good night.